Have you ever gone to a magic show or seen someone conduct a trick and wondered, how in the heck did he do that? We are oftentimes in awe and amazed at something that seems so incredibly impossible. That's what makes magic so great and entertaining. For ages, magicians have been doing magic tricks for many types of audiences, never revealing the secrets to their tricks. But today, we are letting the cats out of the bag. We are going to dive into 7 of the greatest magic tricks to ever have been conducted and see just how these breath-gaspingly good tricks were done. Floating in air. Seen commonly on television and in professional shows, this trick typically involves an assistant who seems to be essentially levitating in the air. You know, the one where the magician runs a hoop around the assistant's body to prove that a string is not holding her up. Generally, an assistant lays down a board that is laid across 2 chairs. After a designated amount of time, more assistants may remove the chairs that seem to have been holding this individual up, which causes the audience to see her as floating in midair. Now, of course, we know that human beings don't levitate due to the rules of, well, gravity, you know? So how does a magician achieve this illusion? Well, there are a few secrets to this trick. First, the sheath that the assistant is wrapped inside hides a steel rod, which is what actually supports the board that the assistant lays on. The chairs are just there for the purpose of the illusion. Once the magician stands behind the assistant on the board, his body covers this rod, ensuring it cannot be seen from the audience. Another secret is that the bottom of the mechanism contains a hidden compartment which reveals hydraulics that aid in the levitating effect, causing the board to move up and down. A switch under the carpet beneath the magician's feet manages this effect. Finally, there is an S-shaped rod attached to the board, which allows the hoop to appear that it has passed completely around the levitating assistant. Nail roulette. This common trick is similar to a card shuffle you may see a panhandler doing on the street. The difference? A knife is involved. The magician is making an attempt to find the cup, which holds the knife under it, by crushing the other cups with his bare hand. So, how would a magician accomplish such a trick? Being able to pick the cup that contains the knife without crushing his hand completely. The answer is quite simple, actually. Fishing line. The bases that are used at the bottom of the cups are all identical, except for one small, almost invisible detail. The magician places the knife inside the base that has a tiny piece of fishing line attached to it. Such a small amount that even volunteers from the audience are bound to not even notice it is there. This small piece of fishing line is just enough to stick out from under the cup a tiny bit in order for the magician to distinguish this cup over all the others. A coin through glass. This trick involves the magician causing a penny or any other coin to seemingly jump through a glass plate or table. This trick tends to baffle the audience every time, so how is it done? Well, 2 coins for starters. 2 coins that are made of steel are used for the trick. Before the trick begins, the magician holds one of the coins within his palm. The magician also wears a ring that conceals a strong magnet. This magnet picks up the penny, sticking it to the bottom of the table from their palm as it is slid across the table towards the other penny, being concealed by the hand, of course. Once both pennies are near, the magician allows the one on the bottom side of the table to drop back into his or her hand and picks up the penny above the table with the magnet. Twisting an iPhone. This trick is one that can blow even the biggest of skeptics' minds. Our phone is one of the most important possessions we have. That being said, this trick involves an iPhone being twisted in a manner that makes it appear to have half of the screen facing the opposite direction in which it should be. So how is this done? The answer apparently lies in stickers. That's right. Simply put, in an instant the magician is able to place a sticker of half of the back of an Apple phone on the front screen. By placing both hands over the phone and appearing to twist one side, the magician simply flips the whole phone over, revealing what appears to be the bottom of an individual's screensaver and the top half of the back of their phone. Then, the same thing is done in the opposite direction. twisting the whole phone so the back is being seen while discreetly removing the sticker. Disappearing Statue of Liberty. We all know how large the Statue of Liberty is. Making something so large disappear would be amazingly breathtaking, wouldn't you agree? Well, this is exactly what happened in front of a live audience when in 1983, the magician David Copperfield made the Statue of Liberty disappear into thin air. Goodbye, Statue of Liberty! But how was such a large trick orchestrated? The secret to this trick is a rotating venue. The audience, which was seated 200 feet away from the Statue of Liberty, were actually on a platform that rotated so slowly that no one knew they were moving. At the time the curtain was drawn, the audience was facing the opposite direction of where the actual statue was. By the time the curtain was drawn and dropped again, the venue had completed the rotation back to its original position, facing the statue. Catching a bullet midair. Most normal people would not be interested in attempting to catch a bullet, especially if it was coming out of a gun. Well, this is essentially what happens in one of the famous bullet tricks. Two magicians, or a magician and assistant, move bullets to opposite sides of a stage without either of them crossing a line by catching the bullets mid-air. So how would a magician be able to accomplish such a thing? The answer here is firing wax bullets or blanks. The bullets are designed to supposedly pass through an object, such as a glass plate, and reach another magician's mouth. The magicians already have the bullets in their mouths before the shot is even fired. They only need to keep it there and invisible to the audience until they are both ready to fire. If the audience is asked to participate, wax bullets might be used. The liquefied wax produced when exiting the chamber is enough to break whatever medium is set between the two. Otherwise, that medium is scheduled to destruct on its own. Can on a card. This trick is one that involves the act of balancing a soda can on top of a regular playing card. This is one trick that also wows audiences who tend to be amazed at how such a heavy item like a soda can be supported by something as flimsy as a playing card. So, how could something like this be done? A card and a half, of course. A magician simply cuts one playing card in half and tapes it to another card, ensuring it looks identical to the original card. Once this has been done and the audience sees what appears to be a regular playing card, the magician simply puts the can on top of the card, opening up the card half that was taped, creating a flap. This flap provides extra support to hold the can upright. While some of these tricks may seem difficult and technical to pull off, a number of them are things that can be easily done at home. The key to pulling off a great trick is being confident and convincing. People are more likely to believe something that they know they shouldn't when the magician is confident and convincing. If you enjoyed these tricks, then make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon for amazing videos. Until we see you next time, thank you for watching.